Hey guys, today just going to do some really quick hot takes. Be short and sweet and doesn't require an entire video dedicated to it. Now first up, obviously, Spider-Man. Well, it sold out. Quote unquote. And, you know, I just gotta say, the sellout thing is a marketing ploy. You know, we know what they do at Hasbro Pulse. Look at what was once a man Cobra Commander, and look at the Vamp. Both sold out, then came back. Sold out and came back. Sold out and came back. I mean, to the point of ad nauseum. People were saying, "Oh, I didn't want once a man Cobra Commander until he sold out." Then, you know, the FOMO kicked in. That's what they're doing here. Only it's Spider-Man. They're making it worse. They've released limited quantities. Hell, the Amazon listing came back up the same day. I mean, give me a break. It's pretty obvious what this is all about. So, that's my hot take on that. I mean, ugh. And I hate that kind of tactic. I really do. It really makes a sour situation that much more sour, in my mind. Next up, Captain America. What can I say here? I really hoped, I knew it wouldn't be a good movie. I knew it wasn't going to save the MCU or anything. But I at least hope it was a competent movie. I hope they had figured things out and straightened it up. And instead we got a disjointed movie. In the worst ways. I mean, the leader's motivation was pettiness? Okay. Just don't understand. Yeah. And it really shows that several people wrote this movie and that there was a lot cut out. And it's just, it's a mess. It's a mess. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's a mess. So, I mean, I wish it was okay. I mean, if it would have been just okay, that would have given me some hope. But nope. It wasn't even that. He couldn't even do that much. It's a shame too. I really think the MCU has failed Falcon as a character and Anthony Mackie as an actor. It's a shame. There could have been so much going on in this film, and there just wasn't. I mean, they played up Falcon as being his superpower is empathy, and then at the end he tells the other Falcon, you know, basically, I mean, it came across to me like, you know how you're a hero, you don't screw up, and it's like, that's empathy from a guy who screwed up a couple of times? Just saying. I mean, you know, he screwed up in Winter Soldier fighting Bucky. He screwed up in Civil War. He moved and War Machine got it. And he acknowledges it immediately. He acknowledges it was an error. Now, you can say he was defending himself, and that's accurate, but at the same time, he acknowledged the mistake. So, yeah, it just all didn't ring very true, and I'm just disheartened for Anthony Mackie. Just, guy deserves better. If the new rumors are to be believed, we have an apocalypse coming. Rumor is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is coming in to finally put the nail in the coffin of another comic movie franchise. The Rock's ego, from what everyone has said, really gotten away on the DCEU. The DCEU had a lot of bad issues, culminating with what we got at the end. But at the same time, The Rock didn't help much. He's not going to help the MCU. At this point, I think Rock needs to stay in wrestling. He's fine there. Move into that seat. Be done with it. Don't do anything with movies again, because I have sat and thought, I'm hard pressed to think of a movie The Rock was in that I actually enjoyed. I didn't like The Mummy 2. Definitely didn't like The Scorpion King. Yeah, I mean, I really do struggle. I've never been big on the Fast and the Furious movies. Yeah. I mean, I am struggling with it. Hey, that's me. But, you know, Apocalypse is a major villain, or should be treated as a major villain. And I just don't think The Rock... I mean, The Rock's going to be there like, Wolverine, I'm going to kick your candy ass and you're going to smell what Apocalypse is cooking. Yeah, it just doesn't work for me. Rock does not have the gravitas to pull off Apocalypse. Hey, look, Oscar Isaac really didn't either, but, you know, he tried. But yeah, nah, this isn't going to work. If it's true, it's not going to work. That simple. Okie dokie. X-Men 97 related. Bo DeMayo came out with his video and put it on YouTube. It's not on OnlyFans anymore. Okay. Not a fan of the tactic, but now you can see it for yourself. It's very flowery. Takes a while to get to the point, and ultimately it kind of makes me go, huh, I wonder, why does Dow protest too much? Honestly, the accusations against Bo DeMayo, it's pretty damn serious. And Bo said he had receipts on people being mistreated at Disney and his mistreatment at Disney while he was working on X-Men 97. But keep in mind, it was like 4 months ago he put out that video and no receipts have been shown. So I think that's funny. Disney's just doing a smear campaign. That might be true, but you know, you said you had receipts. Where are they, buddy? Plus the fact, let's just face it, Bo DeMayo doing OnlyFans really says a lot to me. It's kind of, what you doing here? And he says, oh, Goose, because it's my safe space. Yeah. And instantly when I hear that, I'm like going, dude, safe space, okay. Now, originally I thought maybe he was doing it by a paywall, because then you have to pay to watch it, and then he can sue back if you leak it. But then he puts it on YouTube. I don't know. I am at a point I don't care much either, because I'm really thinking these accusations may have more weight than we want to think they do. And I guess that will come out in court. But who knows? Anyway, just a quick hot take on that little controversy. Okay, this might be a little weird, but I'm doing it anyway. So, why are we re-releasing the Batman Forever figures? I mean, these don't look anything different than the ones that were released when the movie came out. And they peg warmed like mad. And I'm seeing people like picking them up. I mean, I don't understand. I really don't. I understand nostalgia. Yes, I do. But nostalgia for shit? I mean, and these were god-awful figures. I think I had the Two-Face. And I didn't... I seem to recollect I just bought it to see what the figures were like, and I was like, God, this is dog shit. And, you know, just that was the only one I bought. And I don't know whatever happened to it. I lost it in a move because I didn't care about it. And I'm looking at this going, what is this? What is going on? It's kind of my same feelings about the Clone Saga. It's like I've went and reread a bunch of it on my Marvel Digital subscription, and I'm like, oh, that was horrible. I forgot about the plot lines that never get resolved. It's just kind of like, you know, they found the skeleton under the smokestack with the Spider-Man costume on it. No, that never gets addressed again. It's like, we have no idea what that was. We have no idea what happened to Peter and Mary Jane's daughter. God, what did one more day do to her existence? Holy shit. I never really thought about that. Ooh. Wow, okay. Yikes. Never even thought about it. So, they never said they erased her from existence. This is going off on a tangent now. Okay, nostalgia for shit is what I'm trying to talk about. And, I mean, I know I did not like a lot of Rob Liefeld stuff at Image. I know some people did. Obviously not enough. So I have to wonder people buying up those loose collector figures. And I even kind of had a talk with Kanan about it. Mild talk. It was just a couple of DMs back and forth about, you know, grabbing stuff to grab stuff and da-da-da. And in some ways it is pure nostalgia, and in some ways it's something else. I mean, far be it for me to say you can't do nostalgia. But there's nostalgia and nostalgia for nostalgia's sake. This to me is nostalgia. That's the way he looked in the comic for the longest time. As Batman. And I freely admit that. You know, I would argue that some of the darker costumes are better, but I do gravitate to this out of the nostalgia of it. I mean, I bend on this one. You know, as for classic looks for characters, well, you know, I do want the classic looks, but only because that's what they wore for decades before everybody tried to give them new outfits every freaking year. It is what it is, man. But still, the nostalgia glider, I mean, if we were on Batman Forever, gosh, that ground is coming up fast, dude. Really fast. Okay, this is a little hard to explain, but these are basically figures that came out last year that didn't have Build-A-Figure pieces for various reasons. Anyway, well, this time I'm going to talk about the new mini comic line, and it's being speculated that now Marvel Legends will no longer carry bigger Build-A-Figure pieces, which I know, having Man-Thing here, it kind of messes up. Well, anyway, no longer have Build-A-Figure pieces, and we'll be doing the mini comics as a replacement. Now, what I find really weird is if you start looking at the pack outs for the figures, it seems like they all come with 3 hands instead of 4. 3 extra hands instead of 4 extra hands. And they don't have a Build-A-Figure piece. Actually, it looks like it's replacing the hand. What I'm getting at here is no Build-A-Figure pieces. Well, okay. Yeah. I mean, that's a tough one, because on the one hand, if you like to build a figure, you're not buying figures you don't want. I can think of a couple. Zabu. Yeah, there was a lot of figures in there I didn't want, but I really, really wanted Zabu, so I did that. Strange Tales, similarly, there were a couple figures I didn't want, but I did want Blackheart. So, you know, that happened. So, I mean, the not wanted figures of the wave kind of solves that problem. However, when you really start thinking about it, looking at the price, it hasn't changed. We're excluding that. But now this has already happened with the retro carded figures, retro style carded figures, however you want to say it. And it's been a bug with me as well. It's been like, yeah, and it really bugs me when there's even fewer accessories with those. It's like, ugh. So possibly I can see that's what's going to happen next, is that they replace it with the mini comics, which are kind of stupid. I don't care. I mean, people are kind of making out like these are so great, and it's like, I don't think it is. I think it's kind of lame. This is me talking for myself, though. And it's a shame I have to say that, but you know what? People take things way too seriously anyway, so yeah, there we are with that. So, what ultimately happens here? Well, we'll have to wait and see, of course, because we don't even know if Hasbro's keeping the Disney license at this point. The rumors are out there. So, yeah, I mean, it's bad on one level, not on another. We'll see how it plays out. But just 2 cents on that, because yeah, I don't like the new mini comics, and that's my take right there. All right. Okay, let's wrap it up with Cody Rhodes. I tried. I can't get into modern wrestling. It's not the same. And a lot of people try to say it's the same. I can't get into it. And I have really tried for the past 2 years or so to really get back to that old feeling I had for, God, 20 years? Can't remember when I stopped watching wrestling. I think it was when Roman started rising up. Anyway, I just don't feel like the magic is there anymore. I like Cody. I like AJ Styles. He's out with an injury. Those are the only 2 guys I really ever paid attention to. The rest, I'm telling you now, I just don't think, you know, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in Drew McIntyre. I'm not interested in Seth Rollins. I'm not interested in many people at all. I just don't. I'm not. I can't get into it. And, you know, it's moved to Netflix and blah, blah, blah. And WrestleMania's coming up, and it's like, eh. Now, honestly, the long and the short of it is, I hope Cody stays the champ. I like him as champ. But past that, I just can't care. I don't like a lot of these guys. I mean, there's just nothing to them that really sings to me. You know, the broadcasts seem like the NFL, not like wrestling. I don't want to say it's not what it used to be, but the emotion and the feeling isn't there. I keep hearing the wrestlers say, oh, we went out there and told a story. And it's like, no, you had a match. And you resolved a conflict. So I guess maybe you did tell a story, but I don't know, that thing's gotten cliche too. But at the same time, I mean, some people are enjoying it. That's good for you. That's great. It just doesn't appeal to me. It's not. The cool factor is not there for me anymore. And I've tried AEW, and well, first off, seeing leathery Edge and leathery Chris Jericho almost threw me out. But a lot of the times what I see on AEW is, you know, stunt fest, and that's it. It didn't appeal to me. Personalities on there, again, nobody stuck out really that much. I think the magic is gone. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not knocking you for liking it, but I'm talking for myself. Okay, that'll take care of hot takes. Hope you enjoyed this small little segment. I don't know if I'll ever do it again. We'll see, but take care. Have a good day.